when I was given an opportunity. The opportunity to move to a little place called Dahab. Dahab's in the Sinai Peninsula. It's a very, very remote little town. Just to let you know, it's about 100 kilometres away from the nearest McDonald's. Just to give you an idea of how remote that is. So there's not very much there, aside from some world-class diving. Originally, when I moved out there, I moved out to teach rock climbing, because that's what I did here. I went there on holiday, and there were signs up saying, we do rock climbing. And you know what it's like on holiday, you come to the end of the holiday and you think, I'm going to stay here, it's nice, the sun's shining, there's a beautiful beach. And so I said, oh, you ever need a rock climbing instructor, give me a call. They said, yeah, when can you start? Okay, all right, let me have a think about this. I got a good job in the UK, not sure about that. So I went home, I had to think, and I realised that I had this big flashing neon sign above my head, screaming opportunity. And I thought, this is just ridiculous, I can't turn this down. So I went along and I started rock climbing in the Sinai Desert. Now, rock climbing in the Sinai Desert is a little bit different to the UK. One of the deals I made with the company that I was working for was that when I'd done my 6 months rock climbing over the winter and it started to get too warm, I could do a bit of scuba diving. Now, who here's a scuba diver? Few of you? Yeah? Okay. So maybe some of you have dived in the Red Sea, possibly. A beautiful place to dive. So I slowly worked my way up. I did a little bit of scuba diving. And I started to go a little bit deeper. And as I started to go deeper, I started to look around and see what was there. I started to take photos. And I thought, this is brilliant. I'm really living the dream here. But there's something more. There's something else that I can be doing. And I started looking around at what other people were doing. And I realised that they were out there and they were really exploring. And one of the ways to explore was to go deeper. So I started going deeper. And that involved carrying a little bit extra equipment, a few more tanks, and going to different places. Relying not only on myself, but on other people to help me out as well. As I started going deeper, I started looking down and thinking, so I started going deeper still. The more I went down, the more I looked around, the more I realised quite how small our world is, and how little of it we've seen. And I looked down and I thought, there's more down there. Now, while I was doing all of this, I met this guy here. Anybody know who this guy is? This guy is called Ahmed Gabba. He now holds the world record for the deepest scuba dive in the world. He went to 332.35 meters. As you can see, that takes a little bit more gear. You'll see quite how much in a minute. Now again, this was a massive opportunity for me. When I first dived with him, he said, oh, I need a photographer, just to document the training dives I'm doing. So I said, brilliant, yeah, I'll go along and maybe I'll learn a little bit from him, that would be really cool. So I went along and took some photos. As time went on, I started helping out a little bit more. I started carrying some tanks for him. I started making sure I was there for him so that he could rely on me. I'm literally carrying the air that he needs to breathe to survive. Time carried on, and I started to do more and more. I started carrying a little bit more gear for him, a bit like a balloon seller. And all the time, I'm in the back of my head, there's this little sign that's flashing, opportunity. This wouldn't have happened if I hadn't have moved to Egypt. This wouldn't have happened if I hadn't said, yeah, all right, I can do this. I can take on this challenge. And, oh, yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll do a bit of diving while I'm there. This wouldn't have happened if I'd been in the wrong place, other than Dahab, where they could say, yeah, you know what? You can go deep, you can learn more from some of the best people in the world. So I took all of this on, and eventually ended up helping Ahmed to reach his goal of the deepest scuba diver. Now, while all this was going on, I ended up being the deepest female support for him. I was down at 90 meters, waiting for him as he came back up. And again, I realised this is a massive opportunity. So I was talking to him, I said, what's it like down there? And he said, it's my very good friend here, Leo Morales, who I had the privilege of diving with during the record. And he also had done truly amazing things, which he's going to tell you about himself in a minute. So I was thinking, well, maybe, just maybe, I can do something that's truly amazing. So I spoke to my friends, I spoke to Ahmed, and I said, look, the female record at the moment, it's only 221 metres. To give you an idea, Big Ben, or Elizabeth Tower, is just under 100 metres, so 2.5 times the tower. You know what? How many times do you get given an opportunity like this? I'm in the right place. It's the right time, and I have the right skill set. Most importantly, I've got the right people around me who can help me to achieve my dream. And we've pushed on and on. I've now announced I'm going to go for the record, the Guinness World Record, the deepest female dive. How deep I'm going to go? We'll see. Like I said, at the moment the record is 221, but I intend to break that. On the way through my journey next year, I have the privilege of helping Leo Morales to also achieve his goal. And he's going to tell you all about that.
Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry for my English. My name is Leo Morales. I'm going to tell you what I've been doing so far. I was born and raised as any one of us, no physical impairments. So a few years ago, I had a problem with my leg. Big kind of tumor was growing up inside of me. By the time the doctor found out, it was really late. So I lost my leg because of that, and I have to learn how to rebuild myself again, how to connect myself. So then I found out that all disabilities, or the worst disability that I could have, it will be in my mind. So I learned how to overcome to this tough situation. I learned as well that life can be very tough sometimes, but the most important thing is never give up and always keep pushing your own resistance. So I have to relearn everything again, how to walk, how to train again, how to be alive, and getting used to my new reality. So a friend of mine invited me to go and try some therapy on the water, and this is where I learned how to do scuba diving, and that experience changed my life completely. I was in the water, I'm free of crutches, I'm not using any wheelchair or prosthesis, so I will be able to fly. I'm the closest person to an astronaut, no limits over there. So I loved the experience, and I became a scuba instructor. I don't know how many scuba instructors we are in the world with a disability, but I will say less than 10 people, or 100. So again, it was an opportunity to send a message, to inspire, and to motivate everyone to never give up about the situation. So then I became a technical diver as well, which is the highest rank that you can have as a recreational diver. I'm using a lot of tanks. I'm sharing my life with amazing people like Jamie and Mr. Goodman and all the team. I'm a full cave instructor. I'm able to dive in a closed environments. It's one of kind of dangerous things, but the most important thing is I want to make the point that we don't have any limitations. All the limitations that we have are in our mind. So after that, I became a school instructor for people with disabilities. So I'm able also to teach people with paraplegic or quadriplegic or blind people as well. Anyone can join this activity in the swimming pool or in the ocean. It's a perfect environment to make the people who is in a wheelchair get back to the real life. So then the opportunity came again, and I had the chance to set my first world record. Just to let you know, I was training so hard, and I'm the deepest disabled diver in the world. I dove 125 meters, which is more or less 3 times the maximum depth of a recreational diver can be. is one of the pictures at the end of the achievement. You know, we were very happy because we were celebrating. We conquered that goal as well. There is no limitations for any of us. Then the following year, I was invited to set the second world record. So I was using a machine called a rebreather, which is more or less the same machine that the astronauts use out in space for breathing. It's a self-contained system, so you can breathe your own oxygen for almost 8 hours. So I'm using that machine, it was very good. And then I dove for 8 hours and 16 minutes. And during that time, I dove almost 10 miles in Cozumel Island in Mexico, setting the longest scuba dive again, the longest distance. I was able also to make 2 movies. One of those movies with this gentleman, which is a legend for the underworld. His name is Jean-Michel Cousteau. He's the son of one of the world famous divers, Captain Jacques Cousteau. So again, speaking about no limits and expanding the boundaries. For the next year, I have a lot of plans. I'm going to set another world record, you know, with this amazing thing, submerged sport. This is in a cave in Yucatan Peninsula. It's a frozen cave, amazing. Nobody knows how to do that. So this is an amazing and spectacular opportunity to keep sending the message. And for sure, I think the main intention is conquer your goals. Never give up. Life is sometimes very tough, yeah. It will hit you very hard. But the most important thing is you never give up. You always continue trying to achieving your goals. So, I like to say I'm alive, and I think all of us, we have a reason to be here. So maybe mine is trying to inspire and motivate with example of what we do. So we are part of the Team Submerge, and it's for us a real honor to be invited to share this story with you. Jenny, you want to talk here? So, I know we're running short of time. Sorry, it was very quick. I'm sorry for my bad English as well. You know, I'm a Latino guy. And I don't know, you can find me in the social media like Leo Morales. You know, you can find me there. And Jenny, Jenny Love.
Jenny Lord, yes.
The team are with us today, aren't they?